YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This week's video is going to be, I'm going to briefly go over kind of what it costs to build my 40 by 90 shop that is beside our house. So just jumping straight into it as I kind of walk around, you can see that, so that's hardy board on the side, that's black windows, those are 12 by 12 black insulated doors, and 14-foot walls. Obviously gutters, whatever, the whole thing needs to be pressure washed. But so just roughly speaking, the framing was about $12,000. So it's 2x4 framing. If I walk in here, you can see I decided not to do a metal building. I went with 2x4 studs, and spray foam in the roof is as far as I've gotten. Insulation is pretty high. The way I want to end up finishing this is around the bottom of the whole shop. I want to have a 4-foot metal, hence why that's only 4 foot tall. I've started here recently, but I want to run across the whole side, the whole bottom of the shop, and put 4-foot corrugated metal around the whole bottom of it, and then above the rest of that, I want to put some kind of maybe like 1 by 12 by 12s or something like that, and color them all different colors, and maybe hang some old tools and whatnot. So that's just kind of the goal of how I eventually would like to finish this. You know, I'd like to get a lot more of this put together. I just stay so busy with just, you know, in here working by myself. So, but anyways, so the concrete framing was about $12,000. Ended up being, it was about 45, maybe 50 yards of concrete. It was about $13,000. All 3 doors were about 10 and a half. So whatever that, around $3,500 a piece, something like that. Like I said, they're fully automated. There's no roll up, just all automatic. And then the board and batten was about $12,000. I think that was installed. It's been a few years since I've built this, so this prices probably have inflated just a little bit. But so the paint itself, I had only put $1,000 because I painted it. We're actually about to go back, and you can see I missed spots and whatnot. But there's only 1 coat of paint on this, so I just put $1,000. It's most definitely going to be a lot more than that. But our house is wide as well. I'll do a breakdown on the house, what it costs to build our house too. We're sitting on 8 acres of land here in Alabama. But I think total painting, we just built a gym or a studio in the back as well. I think painting all 3 of these, it's probably gonna cost me about $12,000 or $13,000. I'm not gonna paint the next one, but so keep that in mind as I say this. You know, if you pay someone just to paint this shop, I figure it's gonna cost you at least $3,000-4,000 maybe. I don't know. Someone in the comments drop below, and maybe someone's a painter and you can tell me roughly how much that kind of paint is for, you know, just a straight wall structure like this. You can see one of my strips just coming off there, but we're going to try to get it repainted this year, later on this year. But it's just a really big shop. We're going to eventually fix all of our gutters and whatnot. But moving on, so of course I had to do the cement pad. It was about $6,500. The electrical, I done the electrical. Again, there's another cost that you could save yourself, or you could pay someone. I think the electrical cost me about $2,000. Paying someone, again, if you're an electrician, give me your thoughts on, you know, what the total cost of this would be to pay someone. Maybe, I don't know, $3,000-4,000. I'm not real sure on that. I'll kind of show you my electrical setup as I walk back inside here. So I have a ton of 220 outlets. I got 220 there, 220 in my CNC machine, the vacuum's 220, the air compressor's 220. All in all, I think I have 8 or 9 220s. table saws, planers, whatnot. And then I have a whole bunch of just regular plain 110s. And then I have the lights, the LED lights. I don't think that wasn't figured into this. So, this, you could probably add a few thousand to my number at the end, but the 2x6s getting into the trusses, those were about $2,300. That's just the 2x6s. And then the trusses to build them, I think was $5,600. Windows I'd mentioned, I think I have four. I have four. There's one behind there as well. I have 4 black windows. Just those 4 windows were $2,000. So there's a cost that you could probably take down a little bit, because not everyone wants black windows. So OSB was $3,000. House wrap was $200. The metal for the roof, I have black metal roof, that was about $6,000. And then you have insulation was $8,900. So that's only 1 inch of spray foam of closed cell, whichever one's the better. I think it's closed cell, which is the better between the two. Again, I'm not an expert in this stuff, but I only got 1 inch because, quite frankly, I couldn't afford 2 inches, and it's just a shop. So just that 1 inch of foam alone has drastically changed how hot it gets in here during the summer and how cold it gets here during the winter. Back during the winter, it had got down to, one week it got down to about 7 or 8 here, and inside my shop it was still high 30s, low 40s. So just that alone drastically changed the price. But so all in all, I ended up spending about, just to build the structure, or the whole thing was about 85,000, somewhere around that range. It's not, obviously that's not including the land. Like I said, we're sitting on 8 acres of land, and we bought the land 2018, and had already had the land paid for before we decided to build the house and build the shop. We had this planned out, a 5-year plan, so it's not like we just jumped right into it. We're both still pretty young, we're kids. So, but yeah, so just what I do inside the shop. Obviously, if you're here, you know that I'm a woodworker. I have a CNC machine. That's my 4x8 Shop Saber Pro 408, and it has been a true blessing. If you're even on the brink of thinking about wanting a CNC machine, if you do a ton of business, absolutely, this is the one. It's a little pricey. This one, it was about $60,000. So, but just that alone it's changed the way I do all my stuff. Obviously, you see my piles of 3/4 birch and 1/2 inch birch, that I build most of the stuff out of. And pretty much my process is I'll cut it out, and then I'll lay it in the floor with whatever project I'm working on. Like here, for example, I'm working on 2 side cabinets with a vanity. That will also be a video here in the next few weeks. Hopefully I can get it out in about 2 or 3 weeks once I finish all this. Like I said, use the birch to cut out the sides of the vanity, the inside of all these. Use the CNC, it drills all the holes. So it's been so nice, and it really helps me mass produce things. So it's really up my game. But yeah, so like I said, I'm a woodworker, furniture maker. By night, I only do it part-time for the most part. So, but it's been fun. But if you have any questions, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Channel's really growing. Hopefully this video reaches out there. But if you have any questions or maybe some ideas, how I would finish it, just some other shop ideas that I really want to do. I can't get myself the time to do it, because I want my customer stuff to come first. But I'm slowly getting to my stuff. But about to buy a new table saw, about to buy a few other new things, new dust collector. But I want to put a drawer system here to get all this off the wall. Eventually, all this will be insulated, or the outside walls will be insulated. And then I want to move this toolbox and put like a drawer system here. And I want some shelves all across the wall. When we moved in, I just threw everything in, and so But yeah, this is pretty much how it stands. But there's a little there's a bathroom. There is a bathroom in the corner. It's plumbed for one. It's just not functional. It's not finished out. So, but yeah. So here in the next few years, as I do things, I'll try to bring y'all along for the journey. So, but like again, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.